एकदम सही।
Yeah, not now.
Do you want me to tell you how many years or नहीं ना हो गया हाँ
Not sure.
no no
It's a baby stage.
बस फोर व्हीलर का काम सीखने का इरादा है।
I'm not sure no
अभी यही अपना काम करता हूँ सैलून का।
enough right now I'm trying to teach myself a little bit of photography which is why that camera is very distracting. I don't know, PhD itself is a torture enough, so I don't want to go any further.
Sure, पढ़ना चाहता हूँ।
Well, after completing my PhD, no.
सीखना जरूर चाहते हैं, अगर वैसा हो जाए तो जरूर सीख लेंगे।
I want a break because continuously I'm studying from LKG to till PG, so I just want to take a break.
मुझे कंप्यूटर कोर्स करना है।
Not immediately, but I would want to work for a couple of years and then maybe do a double masters.
I am currently enrolled in MSc for psychology, but I never attempted any of the exams.
Because in Bihar middle class family, if you are a PG student, you should go and work.
PhD करना चाहता हूँ। क्या लाइक वही बोल रहे हैं कुछ और बोल रहे हैं? और बॉडी बिल्डिंग करना चाहता हूँ।
सिखाओगे तो बोलो, मुझे तो बहुत मजा आएगा। I would love that.
शुरू हो गया ऐसा किताब।
Learning never stops, as human beings, you keep learning, you keep building on your knowledge base, you learn new skills, you learn new understanding. So learning is not a one-time business actually. But the education has been made to be standalone kind of framework, so and that has been a problem actually. We have conceived education as if that you have to study from now to some level, and education and learning has no age as such. One must and one does learn lifelong. So for us, the Center for Lifelong Education is an extension of our own commitment to the society.
Actually, I never stopped studying. I've never given up on my studies. I'm 45 now. I've studied continuously. So I got my degree in management also. That's just before test. So my family said, no, this is enough. Everybody's an MBA, you wanted an MBA, now enough. But then counseling is something I wanted to do. My elder one said, because she has a lot of friends in this, she said it's very difficult to get through. So it may not be, I said, it's okay, let me give it a try. But I was keen on doing this and they took it very sportingly.
I have been an industrial advisor for the last nearly 30 years. And along with that, I got involved with social work. And subsequently, of course, after doing the course in TES, started shifting to doing nearly full-time voluntary work. While working with these people, I realized that social work is something different from what the general impression what we carry. Of course, one apprehension was that at your age whether they will take you.
After I took a small break, I didn't want to go back to teaching again. Did some research and I found out about Center for Lifelong Learning in Tata Institute of Social Sciences. I enrolled for that. I did not mention about this to anybody because I didn't have the courage. I thought they all are just going to laugh at me and say, what is this? Suddenly at the age of 40 you're saying you want to go back to school, etc. So gradually I told my father I've joined Tata Institute for a 1-year diploma course. And so he said, then I also told him that I'm just going to try, okay, don't worry, if it's not going to work, I'll leave it. Sort of, I gave him some consolation, like it may not even work, don't worry. So he said, you've gone mad, what is the need for all that? You got married into you got a nice husband, you're well settled, and what is the need for you to go back and earn some money, and that too in social work, you'll have to go to slums, etc. You're really mad, and all that he said. But I thought to myself, this is my 1 year of my lifetime. I should do my best. Children can keep doing it 7th standard, 8th standard, to aata hi rahega, jata hi rahega. But so that 1 year I decided, let them do on their own. Let me leave them and let me concentrate on my studies.
I was failed in 12th standard. My parents stopped taking me out stop every help they used to give me. I was very depressed that time because of this constant humiliation from friends, families, and extended family members. Then I thought, no, I should again start something. I should prove. So this humiliation, and there were prejudices that no, this guy cannot do anything because he failed. You know, and in our society, failure is very a stigma. It's like a stigma. So, and that time I was going through that stigma, and that prejudices was very strong against me, that this guy cannot do anything. Friends was carrying that ये लड़का कभी पढ़ नहीं पाएगा. From there, you know, I took this. नहीं, ये लड़का पढ़ के दिखाएगा. क्योंकि ना पढ़ने वाला लड़के से लेकर कितना पढ़ सकता है आदमी, कितना पढ़ सकता हूँ मैं, वो मुझे I want to show that to my parents or to everyone. I joined Lifelong Learning in 2005, where I did voluntary social work. That fear was there, of course. That fear was there that if what I did not get selected, then what will happen? I cubed myself and I came for this interview, and the interview went on well. And they like instantly informed me that yeah, you got selected.
If I would say that I didn't come with the baggage to this, I would be wrong. It takes time to share it out. It takes time. I didn't find it very difficult because I was used to this learning process. But then yes, we tend to carry our baggage. Some of us more, some of us to some extent.
We say the youngsters they have far more knowledge than. See, knowledge is available on the net. In our times it was like even a little knowledge was kept close to the heart. It was never shared. Today it is all open. So we have like little knowledge compared to many of those juniors who were with us. Okay, we had an experience, that is the only thing. Like that experience you cannot replicate. You know, you cannot compress it and say that in 1 year I can have all that. That we carry with us.
We ladies, we have a feeling like without us, we are the nucleus of the family, and without us, the house is broken. But sometime in life, we need to think about ourselves. House will happen, that also will run. Nothing will happen to the house and the children. Everything goes on. It's just our mental block that, you know, we should all the time be with them.
जब मैं voluntary training course कर रहा था यहाँ पर CLN में, तो मेरे साथ एक फादर थे जो कि मेरे साथ वो कोर्स कर रहे थे. जब ये पढ़ाया जा रहा था कि homosexuality के बारे में, तो homosexuality is a sin in Christianity. So father का ये attitude था कि ये तो sin है, लेकिन जब उनको दिखाया गया कि ऐसे लोग हैं, you know, चीज़ें बदल रही है, तो मेरे ख्याल से वो acceptance थोड़ा बहुत change हुआ था उनमें. ये मैंने देखा था, कम से कम वो सुन पा रहे थे.
One of the most life-threatening situations, psychologically threatening situations. When I say life, I mean psychological life. In a human being's existence is the ability to face change. As you grow older, you tend to want to learn such that you don't make mistakes. This is in keeping with the change that the ego, you know, the adult ego has undergone through the years. Psychologically, the learner feels that the skills, the perspective, whatever the person has built up and practiced over and honed into, you know, some kind of survival skills over a period of time, that whole experience is being negated.
They already are learned in different fields. Some of them are professionals. And when they come to a classroom, they have knowledge. They know things happening around. They are more alert. They are more well-read. So you're somewhere, I think, if the professor who is standing on the other side, if he's good in his job, he knows the content, comes well prepared, and he can cater to that individual level, intellectual level. At the same time, has command over his subject, I think the relationship is perfect.
You know, an adult learner could feel small if he cannot pick up something which somebody is explaining. But as friends, then there is no such issue. Because people come from different backgrounds. Nah? See, there are people who carry this on their head that, like, if I have to exhibit my ignorance, that is like, you know, feeling too small. So sometimes even when they don't understand, they may behave as though they have understood the whole thing. But friendship is something, if that friendly atmosphere is there, then many of these things they vanish.
The course is quite demanding. You can't be doing 2-3 things at a time. And also at such an age, you can't just not do and just go in front of write nothing and come out with bad marks. You feel very bad about it. So you tend to put in your best and you want to prove your best.
Adult learner हमेशा उसके because of his experiences एक फिक्स एटीट्यूड हो जाता है किसी भी चीज़ को देखने का. तो ये फिक्स एटीट्यूड अगर थोड़ा ढीला हो जाए, अगर ढीला नहीं हो रहा है तो एज अ टीचर अगर आप उस एटीट्यूड को अगर फ्रेंडली मैनर से ले कि अच्छा आपका ये एटीट्यूड है लेकिन ये भी चीज़ हो सकती है, तो इस तरह से अगर चीज़ों को दिखाया जाए या फिर दिखाया जा सकता है या फिर दिखाया जाना चाहिए, तो शायद वो जो एटीट्यूड है फिक्स एटीट्यूड वो शायद टूटने में हेल्प कर सकता है.
When one is working with adult learners, one needs to keep in mind the fact that they come with their own experiences, and to negate these experiences closes the doors of learning, closes their mind to learning. So one of the things that a teacher of adult learners or a trainer or educator for adult learners must keep in mind is that experiences are to be valued.
Can I speak the truth? Okay, I always was naughty when I was in school. So initially when I went to tests, I was very goody. Then over a period of time, my true colors started coming out. So all the naughtiness and all that was inside me, which had actually suppressed for so long, started coming out in the class. And in my school, I'm the discipline in charge. Even if I feel happy or something, I don't show my expressions. So it's a very stern look. They call me Mrs. Hitler. Here it was the other way around. The child in me really came out, and I really thank this for it.
This exposure was such that we got involved with different types of people also. And the colleagues who were with me in TIS, they all came from different backgrounds, housewives. Some of them were like stockbrokers, and we had, of course, I had a very unique experience in the sense, in our class of 14, there were 13 ladies, and I was the only male member. And see, that was an experience to the extent that the expectations, the normal ladies who had come, their expectations from the course was a little different from, of course, I had gone there without much expectation. I just wanted to be there and expose myself to the social work environment. So that way it was an excellent experience.
At times बहुत गिल्ट भी लगती थी कि घर छोड़ के हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, especially for 1 month when we go on field work, तो house तो काफ़ी neglect होता था तभी. I used to discuss with my colleagues also, lady colleagues who were with me. We used to decide among ourselves that no, we have to do it and we have to achieve something for ourselves and to our satisfaction.
CLL was a wonderful experience because all my peers, all my classmates were, from college going to working professionals. From 18, I think the youngest girl was like 18, and the eldest was like 65, 75 something. I learned many things from everyone. They offered me a job also. I think first time I learned English in Tata Institute.
I'm very happy to say that more than 2/3 of the students in our class have always been women. We deliberately place people in pairs. We expect them to work as teams. We give them group assignments. They come to understand who are the workers and who are the shirkers. They come to understand where they fall. So interacting, mixing with new people and finding out your own social skills. I think this builds confidence also.
Husband's contribution immense. I give the sole credit to him. If you would have told me no, I'm not going to manage the kitchen, you might as well just, do your job, come home, ho jayega, utna hi bas. I had no choice. But then his cooperation immense. Even my children for that matter. When they come home, each of them has a key, I'm not there, they are hungry, they manage to do something in the kitchen themselves. I'm happy about that. They don't wait for the mother to come home or look into the kitchen and do something for them. They're independent.
My wife was very happy. My wife has been, of course, one of the, you can say, motivators. I don't say motivator, but inspiration, you can say. It's like, maybe much before me, she has been involved with social work. So that way, of course, there has been encouragement in our family. We look at things, anyone wants to do anything, it is encouraged.
My husband was very cooperative all through. My children also used to say, now with me, mommy also will write exams. through TIS, I joined also Almanac, as I mentioned before. Almanac is a group for Chembur Citizens Forum. So there regularly we used to have media briefings and we used to get photographed. And one day I happened to, and Chembur Ghatkopar Plus featured my my article or my picture in one of that. My father went to somebody's house and he saw my picture there. He opened the page and he saw my picture there. And somebody showed him, "This is your daughter." So he couldn't believe. I had written about some quote about Mumbai and how I would like to contribute, etc. So he was shocked. He said, "You wrote this?" I said, "Yes, I wrote this." Then he felt very proud, and from then he never discourages me and he supports me.
The continuous motivation was from my friends mainly, not from my family. They said that no, this is your time to get settled down, get married, have children. This is not your age to again go back to studying. I left my home and started working with Sneha Sagar, and there was very small amount I used to get, but I saved that money. I paid my fees, my graduation fees from the same amount, stipend amount I used to get.
We know that there is a good deal of socialization that says that a woman must put her family and home before herself. So basically it is a question of how does the woman see herself? Does she see herself as an individual who has a certain right also to do things for the self? And what are the support structures that she has?
I've never unlearned so far before joining this. It made me a better person, brought about a change. The environment at home has changed. Earlier counseling was only for me to help children. Now I realize I can help myself, I can help my family. Now even by counseling, when I say no, this child has this behavioral problem, I think this should be done this way. There's a humane, that human has become humane. So somewhere they look into that angle, that yes, वो humane आ गया है. TIS में जाने के बाद वो humane होता है.
After TIS, that help became support. Charity became like involvement. Another thing which came out of TIS was, that the first to the last day, one thing which used to be emphasized was that you have to be non-judgmental. Because people come from different walks of life, they have a different background, and even somebody who is a criminal, maybe if you know his full story, you may justify and you may be on his side.
It's a feather on a cap, and people look at you seriously, like yes, she means business. I've learned a lot in computers, I've learned about communications, about report writing, about team management, about being organized, about time limit, time management, and about the rural atmosphere in Maharashtra. This could not have happened unless Tata Institute has, they really grew me up so well that you're kind of a changed personality by the end of it. You start thinking macro, you start thinking about the country, you have so much of exposure, so that confidence within you is tremendous, it can't be expressed through words.
My perspective was very different. It was very layman perspective. I used to blame my parents, that no, it was my parents, those who, because of them I gone through all those struggles or obstacles. But now I see no, my parents was just like any other human being. I see macro level problems. The society, which where every parent expects something, but this is a society. Family institutions are a part of society. So I see now that my parents were not the problem. The problem is in the society, which allows or which makes them think like that.
Students have reported a change of perspective. Young adult learners continue to come to a course like say the diploma in counseling, only thinking that this would enhance their career potential. But lo and behold, to their amazement, they find that actually it makes a change in their own individual behavior with their family members, something which they had not expected at all.
If we all learned, your way of thinking, your attitudes, everything changes. If not for my learning, I wouldn't be what I am. Professional wise, my career wise, even on the personal front, my way to look at things, the way I want my children's careers to be organized. And I think whatever I've done with any of my degree, I've always gained something from it in terms of money, in terms of achievement, in terms of knowledge also. So I think if each one can do that, it can definitely make a difference.
It is like we say, the moment you stop learning means then you are no more. So lifelong learning is, of course, you get an exposure into many areas now. Like on a fortnightly basis, I may not have done the same work over a period of 10 years. You know, every fortnight something new we used to be doing. And in that process, that learning process was on.
Journey of life has been a total learning experience for me. See, when you're young, you're just pushed into something. You just get going with the flow. You don't think much about for yourself. When I was young, a trend was that a lady should be either a teacher or just be at home. So as per the trend, I did that. I'm armed with a good degree now, so that at this age also I can go back and take up a job. If I didn't have this, maybe I didn't have the proper skills and proper confidence to face and back up to go and approach people.
Coming back to education is always good. So I was not at all hesitated, and yeah, it went on well. I got selected in May. After that, I was offered to work with Gujarat government. I was there for a year. Then again came back, applied for MPhil. So this urge of education I never lost. After the first program which I did in 2005 in CLL, I got that motivation, and yeah, I'm still a student now.
So for me, lifelong learning has always been the ability to bring out the best or to tap the potential that is in every person. Because you can just imagine that if we remove the words like education and training, which are sort of limiting, and if we take lifelong learning as a focus, what it will unleash within a person. And it will leave that person also completely free to take up what they really like and what they really want to do. And this is what lifelong learning is actually all about. It is a very individualized journey. And the best thing that a university can do is to support such an individualized journey.
If I see something and I feel it's the need of the hour, I do it. So maybe after counseling, if this comes with something else, I'm planning to be a research scholar. I'll apply for it.
Oh, so some such idea is rolling in the mind that there should be a holiday home for the aged, maybe 8-10 homes.
There is a small pond near my area, where I have been a part of a citizens group and have tried to bring some changes in that area. I better contribute to the society.
मैं हमेशा अगर मुझे कुछ नया करना है तो मैं हमेशा चाहूँगा कि मैं फोटोग्राफी सीखूँ.
Whenever I think of lifelong learning, the phrase in Hindi comes to my mind, which says, "Gagar mein sagar sa pani." There is nobody, there is no individual who can say that they have learned everything and there is nothing left for them to learn.
कुछ ऐसे भला का जादू सवाल संभालना पर हो गया बेकाबू क्या उसकी इसने तुम्हें बनाया
Thank you.